The Transport Minister has also been charged with ensuring that these Metro Mass buses, in addition to the existing ones, charge or maintain transport fares which are lower than what private sector operators charge.
Point 3, all ministers and senior government appointees to adhere to strictly to president directive on cancellation of fuel allocation and allowance.
Let me tell you something. Do you know how much a full tank of petrol costs in Libya? 15 Ghana cedi, $1.5 US. Can you imagine for a full tank of petrol? It's not magic, it's oil power. You see, Libya sits on one of the largest oil reserves in Africa. They extract it cheaply and they supply it locally. So why can't other African countries do the same? Let me tell you why. They don't refine it, they export it and re-import it back and sell it at a premium. Can you imagine that nonsense?
President John Dramani Mahama bans fuel coupons for ministers and cuts fuel taxes to save government money and ease costs for citizens. The American said John Dramani Mahama and also the ministers and some senior government appointees. Sa fuel coupons na near the moment. Ocham. Obeso service car. Say be a Ghana. Menu mienu yahu be high because na saying global fuel price kosoro. Ama VIP for increase omo transportation. GPLT you for so guso patch gidigidi. So omo muntu lorry fame. But John Mahama say no. Again, you say taxes we are na so when it comes to fuel, I am a fuel boni I no. John Dramani Mahama abolish all those taxes to make sure that fuel prices will be cheap in Ghana here.
Expedited deployment of these buses in high traffic corridors to ensure that it alleviates any difficulties that may have arisen out of the recent fuel price increases. The Transport Minister has also been charged with ensuring that these Metro Mass buses, in addition to the existing ones, charge or maintain transport fares which are lower than what private sector operators charge. And this is to ensure that Ghanaians are cushioned, especially when we reach peak periods at the rush hour. In addition to this, the President took the opportunity at the cabinet meeting to remind all ministers and senior government officials and appointees to adhere strictly to his ban on fuel allowances and the allocation of fuel. And this applies to all ministers and senior government officials. Let me indicate that the reduction or removal of some taxes and margins, as I've indicated, which should lead to a reduction in fuel prices, effective the next pricing window, is supposed to last for an initial period of 4 weeks from the next pricing window. After the 4 weeks, the situation will be reviewed, and as and when it is deemed necessary, appropriate actions will be taken. So these are the major decisions taken at today's emergency cabinet session on fuel price.
So my question is, are you able to tell us the specific taxes that are going to be taken off? And then also we've had a lot of calls for the removal of the 1 cedi levy, but some economists have argued that part of the stability that we're enjoying in the power sector is as a result of that energy sector levy, that 1 cedi levy, and they are warning that its removal could take us back to, I don't want to say the dark days. So I want to find out from you, what specific taxes are we looking at?
Yes, Cabinet discussed specific margins and taxes, but because this is a sector that is highly sensitive and involves multiple stakeholders, the finance and energy ministers have been charged within the next few days to engage all relevant stakeholders before we announce the specific margins and taxes that are to be removed. This is to ensure that those stakeholders hold themselves in readiness for the impact of this, in order that they are not taken by surprise. So we are fully aware, we know the exact margins and taxes that have been identified, and they will be announced in the next pricing window. Also, let me indicate that all factors were considered, and the issue that you raised about a potential for compromising the energy sector was also discussed. So the actions that will be taken will ensure that we do not compromise the energy sector and that we do not fall into the difficulties of the past. Thank you very much. Yes, is there any other question, please?
Whilst the government knows the exact reprieve to give to the Ghanaians, looking or with a focus on the taxes, do we know, and the taxes and the margins, do we know how much the reprieve would cost the government?
Yes, we know the exact amount. It will be significant. Like I indicated, because of the involvement of multiple stakeholders, they need to be engaged and consulted. But a definite announcement will be made about the specific tax and the exact amount involved when the next pricing window is reached. Yes. Is there any other question, please? Yeah, Max, you can come back if I see that Odami and Co. do not have questions at the moment.
Okay, so currently there's a ceasefire. But we all know the volatility of the situation. Are adjustments going to be made depending on the situation in the Middle East?
Absolutely, that's precisely what I said. We are aware of the ceasefire, but we all do know that we need to monitor the situation quite a bit before one can place any measure of confidence and certainty in the outcome of the ceasefire. It is for that reason why the measures have announced in relation to the reduction in prices stemming from the removal of some taxes and margins are supposed to last for an initial period of 4 weeks. We believe that by that time we should have a handle on the exact situation in the Middle East, which would then have informed some movements in the price of crude oil. At that time, we'll be in a position to make other decisions as and when it is necessary. So this is a suspension of those margins and taxes pending the review of the outcome of the ceasefire after a 4-week period. Okay.
This is the kind of a father we all want. We and the castle or your father for all our major too. This is the same man I want one time. Time be a term 2016. Also, you Maya, you knew so. And he said, I'm death go syndrome. But after the second coming, we're about to say Jesus Christ second coming no. Or Magana Flat as say, dear Hamubia Han. When you start complaining, he listens and listen attentively. Don't you love yourself a president like this? A president who listens to the concerns of the people and acts accordingly. Because now say I'm not call back and give prior to you for a certain charges and look. There are certain taxes we are and why amu kanya ko ebobo a friend energy sector levy. Na one Ghana on a friend 1 liter of fuel no ni na so. Ye bobo ni na so kire say whatever is going on, it doesn't make sense. And the president and then the government after a cabinet meeting, John Dramani Mahama from France obeduru no patrasi and the cabinet a meeting adhere to say no, you and I deserve better. And the certain taxes be an aim your life I so difficult no. Two, ministers no but na minimum so na so give full coupon no because I don't get it. More ministers see my country ye chen ye de allowance amode mo na motimiji even hook allowance, better allowance, entertainment obitimiji entertainment allowance no say the DSTV allowance adentin say sama mo coupon e de ma mo go bufu teacher ni na no na country ye 5,400 no na ka onu na efuole e de kwa aduma nurse ni na ono ni na ka tue 5,400 no na ka on the fuel but bebe of friend who minister nti ye man the free fuel ye was some government cars bi wo ha anadwo meko your friend say coming na cars no a park gas e de aguma abegina ho sa anadwo na abo 11 no government aduma na we no these ministers will be driving car this wompo no so air conditioner is so. Not to come because I know on that. Why were we even giving them fuel coupon for the first place? Huh? Now, and then I'm here, sir. Moi, Sandy Pana, Ubekono, a member of parliament, or Jack a chair. No, I say minister, no, I say or Jack a chair. Near someone, no allowance. Near someone, free fuel. Oh, and he more Ketwebin, Mumbenis canina. Naya can ya bre. Say, ye, Nasa labor, you know. Add the message between them say, yes, Ramuntu, a Ketwema, and no more 10%. Now, yeah, more private sector and crowd the end of the year. Yet, your life, if you any part of my life, I say, yet, minimum store be a no mark, we are 200 Ghana, and so grand samba. Honestly, no full allowance and why the minister. It's which a branch and the cabez 1 year for 1 month in full allowance. I remember Papa Ben and my this even particular administration, John Mahama administration, I say, ministers need be boy you pan. There are a lot of them so when you capeba. It is our housing and working housing minister also difficult no difficult coupon maybe. Transport minister also difficult coupon. Hey. Ghana yipa de mu afuo. Mo abrochire momra. Momra Ghana. Momma pre MPs ni bi e beto amam. Na musumu ni ska ni bi. Na magobre wa amanfo manso kakra. Momra. Na ye man san krofo we na mo ho no. Ehun se Ghana ne nyom nkwa mo dia. Afa na ma de ntie obi a struggle to be an MP. Obi a person ye minister. Na no ya mate se o mo se friend saying constitution review team committee say o ye MP a eni gwaso ye minister bi do nyame. Sa parliamentarians na ne boatu agu. And you guys say oye minister ye MP na oji double salary no onpe. Omo na be boatu agu. They will never accept it. But finally, John Dramani Mahama say ye save cost. Kai ne DSTV allowance now say oba ya no twam. Ye do ba office was be adwuma. Ya fo ama se be hwe kunkumba dia. Nti be adwuma. Ya fo ama se be hwe EPL. Otwam. Ono ani portrait was lalai. Me nko ye hwe mamo, muntimi nya munyai. And the office of president picture ni wa nya hwe. Owie ministers baako 60 eno kra no at some point no use 54 say 56 or the adwuma ko du baby ana Ghana for say what e boss we 60 for na kan count and was at the count. And I now understand why at Zambia our Accra reset and come on no odi a tell we say look Africa for emra to say ye job mismanagement corruption na ye make sure say yesika na ye nya efri ye mani mu no ye be hweti manfo no. And look, minim says some ministers under John Mahama are lazy, some are corrupt, and one day scandal now say will be ties anyone who bring the first scandal. One day the scandal will happen. But so far the heart of this man have been pure. President Amu, we president see what they are adwuma so far all ye no kranya mianim. What an center ends in the same. The way or react when there's issues. Koko for issue by ya say ngotwa musika momo. Owie no simple cho. Nkomodie mom eni nkomo. Sisi no pay the global price. Ye from 2500. Na mom no kona nimpe e betum so mudi amu amamo. De ye say ye super na wa ansa. Sa energy sector levy or the better so pay and ye say fuel price as say cost. One say, hold on, Montreal, Omonto mu answer. Nanu ye electricity tariff, water tariff, what it is because Ghanaians are complaining. Ya cover new meters, Abba, say you from Ghana for because you complain the current meter. The way as you electricity no nyankopon go anim. Anytime there's a complaint, he tried to act upon it. And for me, I'm proud of him. Are you proud of your president at this point? Ne 1 year 4 months he uritina. We saying, but and say Felix for su kwache ese John Dramani Mahama move ya odi bayi or obese Ghanaians o easy the burden edemaye eti apart from say okasa wie no we su ne brofo otwere edebeto social media no say menu mienu ye hwe bi ne kan bi na ye ntia se yie pa eti toba seta muchuku na menkan ne ye hye na ye wie a waka akere me the president no eya ma menu mienu no ebeboye for me I believe say ebeboye sa afuo coupon no man nye tempera bi do nyankopon enye permanent se eye tempera be ha me papa wo ye minister to afuo ye twa oka to afuo sa MP na se first go na MPC for graduate fuo coupon no bi omo a ye mo free loan without better interest bia so mo koto cars no go to V8 there's no an MP in Ghana here I only more than 2 or 3 cars. But after every government change biano, there's still new cars as Adema MPC. For what? Car ben on the campaign. We are as a member of parliament. Me say more car. Meanwhile, who UK, US, senators ni ba MPC, bicycle, train, parliament. But almost fi hanam no ahia for man no ye ne sakoji loan ne ya to ka sama MPs ne ama ministers fuo coupon obeka se ye ni na eti Ghana na ye tamu behe adechi ye obi twense davi ebo 2 o'clock a wakodi gobe na wanum suo saa ma dia sa akoche anopa onidi onum suo ubusan se oh unidi so eating in the morning is not healthy. Chama sika na uni. Kapre na enu botom. Enti nka 3 square meal keke no. Ano so dis ebo economics. E na 010. Meanwhile MPs ni o de montwen. Membese me bufu bebre. According to Felix Kwachiofusu, or say the outcomes of emergency cabinet session on fuel price. Number 1, Minister of Finance and Energy directed by cabinet to ensure a reduction in fuel price in the next pricing window through the suspension of some taxes and margins. Said taxes and margins to be announced at next pricing window. By next week, Ghana fuel price will be reduced. Is it not a good news? Well, dear you, when something happens and we cry and we complain, please do it for us. Na se mo serve a ye nti na mo ye campaign me to abama mo a se bibi to ye ni yesu a mo ye we ni ye nefe nge normal but won say mani ade because Ghana the normal thing is not normal. This is to last for 4 weeks and subject to review based on evolving situation in Middle East conflict a movement in crude oil prices. That's a meaning say crude oil our world market as we say atiba from you now say prices na say from taxes in the said the be back you betua atiba for now there in the next 1 month menu eba enjoy a fuel price reduction I Ghana ha after still fuel coupons are ministers and some senior government appointees cancel no and the forever man for 4 weeks and forever. Point 2, Minister for Transport directed to ensure expedited deployment of recently acquired 100 Metro mass transit buses in addition to existing ones on high traffic corridors and ensure maintenance of lower transport fares on those buses than what private operators charge. When the air pass transport minister and the man train the remote media on any deputy media life na ba ko bebo na ba ko so de emu anu be kasa kakra na so ko ni bibi buses na eba no na ayelo no da so he say na say ana kura ne ntimi nkura na man be kura na bi agimi sei edi aya yesi kana mo de koton no mo de yeden yey mo de yesi ka koton ade mo fam na ne yin so say ada no problem esiwa awia ene so na ebo no Me person GPA to you for VIP. I mean it. I'm very serious about this. Yeah, mom competition. Said elsewhere in Europe, America, no one about. Yeah, what buses are a provided transportation less animal citizens no. And by now Ghana ha. And you can see school akwala free class 1. And after say KG. Ekosi University. So ID card and Kwandia, there's no way. This is a transportation crowd Ghana. With a number of buses are from Kufo, Etoye, Miss Ebetoye, Mahama Ebetoye, and another Betoye. Sankayo, Nipati, Etiomu, a conswa. I know woman is our buses in yesterday, say your own personal property and common media. By now, you should be having more than 10,000 buses. Enka, Kumasi, Accra, Tamale, Takrade, Sunyani, almost every place in Ghana here. Give it many buses. And can I see a GPA to you for Kanko as much as I say? Four so tea no mantiso, but 4 boy air cost in Jumba some increase. Nanka young carry from near Siri. I bet your neck bus in a namono, near Tim, then Yakono. Say, Omoya 1 month. So almost say, Omoya says, and so. So Omoya never cry. You start learning sense. But the good thing is that all government buses, Metro Mass, and the STC, amount to a price. In this year, no, million for who to acquire, you know, the bus to use. STC and Metro Mass, but Metro Mass in there, and the main 2 for self for the end, and you cry. But STC in there, that's why air conditionable. Eti, when you know, fa, Mama VIP before number. Say, customers and through VIP car now. And you will make a almost anti price and so. To me, the best at 20-50 Ghana, the 2 lorry fair. Full so what is so man, this a VIP 8 lorry fair. Point 3: all ministers and senior government appointees to adhere to strictly to president directive on cancellation of fuel allocation and allowance. We know yes, my mom mobile. Say na omon dia mom nyeda. There is no way a minister that we pay. Government, senior government appointees, no, CEO for no, board directors, no. Omona eje a friend say both allowance, no. Sani pane someone free for. Mudie, munche abufu sa na monko. STC at the letter ba say Intercity STC Coaches Limited or clarify say amount for the STC at the price was say government that show market omuntimi and omuntumu free for free bono bebe jina the same document na GPRTU executives part government at all say onwa na ontiase no omuncrease lorry fare. Please, will you agree to this? Omoti fuel so no omante so, but fuel boko so yakra no omosi yema omontu fuel price and kai say the price say fuel boy be ton fuel 5 cedis grana omosi antu bi o aka ho no surely happen government dey makwan anama ne makwan. I know so you be angry ti we catch me or comment section I say now according to Selam Dramani Dramando leading member Emma Arise Ghana, or say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama continues to vindicate the choice the good people of Ghana made in 2024.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama continues to vindicate the choice the good people of this country made on 7th December 2024. He understands the demands of the 21st century leadership. His sterling leadership qualities are in sync with what the 21st century leadership demands. And that is what he's displaying. You are, I realize that you were insistent on this de-levy thing. Good. The one who has been taxed to look at the taxes that should be removed temporarily in order to mitigate the impact of the global fuel prices that is taking toll on us, is the finance minister. It is within his ken to take that decision. He understands what would give us some respite. Let's wait. If the minister comes out to announce the raft of measures or the taxes that he has removed, if that will not reflect or will not mitigate the impact that the president is seeking, we can take them to task.
Because John Dramani Mahama, atie Ghana for yesu say they be fuel price na so oteso e de mai ne ho ngai nti o say we no say thank you to the president. I'm say we ampa he deserve it. Broni we ama yehu say Ghana ye lazy or maybe ye brains na nya adwuma za.
Let me tell you something. Do you know how much a full tank of petrol costs in Libya? 15 Ghana cedi, $1.5. Can you imagine for a full tank of petrol? It's not magic, it's oil power. You see, Libya sits on one of the largest oil reserves in Africa. They extract it cheaply and they supply it locally. So why can't other African countries do the same? Let me tell you why. They don't refine it, they export it and re-import it back and sell it at a premium. Can you imagine that nonsense? Libya has broken the chain. They produce, refine and consume themselves. Cheap petrol is not magic, it's control. If you control the oil, you control the price. Simple and short. Talk your mind, Charlie.
Also go pay Libya. Fuel price and hopefully a friend said 1 gallon equivalent to 15 Ghana cedis. They say yeah, 1 liter 14 cedis. 1 liter 14 cedis. But a whole gallon. I said, is it how many 4 liters na 1 gallon? And I was saying 15 Ghana. Now ni nan say Libya omutu crude oil. One of the friends saying largest crude oil producers in Africa. Gaddafi waiting now is Libya and say no. Omutu oil. Omu refine oil no Libya wa no more use so madi. Ghana muntu crude oil. Muntu enka tema oil refinery. Na do kranka wo say aton asaka ho. Na nu ye na say teduma. Until now, I'm processing more crude oil from Ghana here. Now they here time Ghana say yes, you can win 10%. The obo bibini dua de. Wo ye nipa tuntun a wo. Asa adwe na odwin so na etum. She say you get serious. By now give it much of fuel less than 5 cedis so. But obi na kwatena asesa asa contract no. Edi 10%, edi 90% e ma profo no. Now we are catching me say reparation. Slave trade have ended. Colonialism ended anyway. Even ended. Now we sign contract charging 10% from our resources, who country. Now the 90% am bro. You fancy what? Me bu enkufu. Me say osu ba na wadwa you are balling. But watemu watenie ni watenye. Catch me. Comment section I see. We are making sure to subscribe because me no you know say share or this same platform. So like it na share ma unia so enya wi ehwem. Edi no e ba ko pe max billion naked truth o boga trends macro. Bye bye.